is update 30 of the French Biointensive Organic Raised Bed Garden series. We are supposed to get a frost tonight. It's Thursday. It'll be our first frost. And I've got a frost blanket down over this bed because I'm hoping to jolly it along. You can see that the broccoli is coming along really well, and the celery remains very vital and healthy, as does the chard. So hopefully this frost blanket will protect things. We're continuing to add biological inputs to the empty raised bed. We'll get this filled to about a couple inches from the top, and then we will let this rot down over the winter and early spring. And probably at that point we'll put a little bit of soil on top, most likely a 4-in-1. The kale is doing well. I've also frost protected it. It got down to 34 this morning, but the unprotected, or last night I mean, but the unprotected chard is still doing okay. So it may take a freeze, I'm not sure. I've still got some leeks left, and I am going to pull those before the scheduled frost tonight. We'll have leek and potato soup or something. I don't know if the sorrel will survive the frost or not. It seems like nothing has been able to kill it, but we just don't know. We don't know what it'll do. I should probably pull the fennel as well. So there's not too terribly much going on, and I don't know how many more updates I'll do for the garden. I'm done doing the front yard, Three Sisters garden for the year though. The green onions are still doing really, really well. Those ones will come out tonight for soup that I'm making. And those silly peas that self-seeded are still growing. I don't know if they'll survive the frost, but they are winter hardy, so it's possible. I still haven't transplanted the strawberries, and I'm not sure I'm going to get around to doing that before spring. I know that I ought to, but it's so cold, and I'm a lot better, but I still haven't completely shaken the sinus infection, so it may not get done. My husband did come back home today, but he's not really one for doing too much in the garden. He does a lot around the place when he's not at work, but when he is, a lot, it mostly falls on me, and I'm the garden person, so that's the way it works. But he'll be home for a while before he has to go back up, so I might be able to get him to do a few things in the garden. I did want to maybe try to make a little hoop house type cover for that one over there. Don't know if that'll get done. He's got to make a new screen for the rabbit shed door, and he has to put a new door on the duck coop because it got yanked off in the storm and it's really warped, and we had to nail it shut because he wasn't here to fix it, and so it's been nailed shut for like 5 days on one side, and that makes it hard to clean. So those things are on his agenda, and I'll be helping him, but he has the building know-how. I can do a little bit, but not a ton on my own yet. Anyway, that is the update. Kind of rambly for the garden. Could be the last one. I'm not sure. I gotta find, maybe I'll get some clamps to hold that frost cloth down with. Yeah, I'm not sure if there'll be much more. But we'll see. I mean, if it continues to survive, then I will. Okay, I haven't come back here to check on the rose hips that are in the apple tree. We have a climbing rose that goes up the apple tree. But there's all kinds that are red and orange here. So that's going to be nice if it ever freezes. These nice fat rose hips are still continuing to ripen. They're pretty close. If it gets hit with a frost, it would be perfect. These ones back here are turning red. I still don't think these ones are going to make it. And gotten a little bit of color starting here. But I don't know if these other ones are going to ripen in time. It would be nice if they did. But with all the ones in the apple tree in the backyard, I think I'm going to have enough for what I need. Okay, that's the update for the week.